All right, family. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Sumseti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Sumseti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all know what it is, Black Power, Black Frequency. You feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description in the chat. Click that link, you get a video introduction, rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got you, family. 25% off selected items at this time. Shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com. SETI University, over 1,500 videos of nothing but heat, fire, flame, Thor. That's right, all the subjects that you know and love from the general. Plus, we got the supplemental, also monumental and instrumental research material from the Grandmaster teachers, documentaries, lectures. I give you an overview on all the material, giving you 360 degrees of supreme African academic wisdom and knowledge that cannot be surpassed by any other website on the planet. I want you over there today, family. Go check it out. Be amazed. GeneralSeti.com, SETI University. And everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon, dropping nuclear bombs on Patreon. We ain't got nothing but fire, fire, fire. You see what I'm saying on Patreon? We dropping today. We're going to be, can a Muslim be a Mason? We cutting into old Farrakhan. That's right. We got to do it. We got to do it. I mean, how many masters you going to serve? Scientology, Islam, occultism. I mean, this ism, that ism. We got to get on him today. We got nothing but visual facts. Get over and become a patron. We got over 500 exclusive live streams, never to be seen on any other platform other than Patreon. And the biggest perk, you get to see the general live. That's the biggest perk, family. Get on over there. And to all the family that donate to the general, I thank you. I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate to the general for all this hard work that we putting in over here. Link in the video description in the chat. Click it, donate. I thank you ahead of time. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Now, we've been keeping up with this story very closely. We're talking about this Freemason War that's going on in Memphis that nobody talking about, but we're gonna be talking about it now. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if whether the funeral was today or tomorrow, I know I've been listening to how it's just a goddamn lockdown, a fortress. To go to this funeral is a private invitation to Big Jook's funeral, and not only is it a private invitation, god damn, nigga, it's like you going into fucking Fort Knox. That's right. It's like Bobby Hemming in the house. Fort Knox. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can't bring no cell phones, because that's what got niggas knocked off the first time. You see? Can't come in there with no cell phone. So if you get in there, nigga, and you get into it, nigga, you better be ready to you better be capable of throwing them things. You see what I'm saying? Shit, motherfucker come in there, you see the wrong motherfucker, and you can't even call for backup, motherfucker. So you better be nice with them hands. You feel what I'm saying? And so the way it sound, man, and from my understanding, listening, and I mean, there's no reason for people to lie. Yeah. You got the motherfucker, you got to get pat down now. This is private invitation now. So listen, it's like, okay, that motherfucker cool, or is he? You see what I'm saying? So all these motherfuckers have got a private invitation. I don't know. Do you sign up? Do a motherfucker call you? Say, yeah, dog, you can come to the funeral. Yeah, yeah. Least is safe, but goddamn, nigga, they talking about niggas got to fill out damn their application to get in this motherfucker. Yeah, nigga, you got to put down license plates and all this shit. And yeah, man, what the fuck? It's almost like a background check. You know what I'm saying? And they get to motherfucking doubling back, say, oh, this motherfucker got a warrant on him or something. You know what I'm saying? How do you know? I mean, how the fuck do you navigate through some shit like that? I'm not filling out shit. You know, understand what I'm saying? Shit, I had to pay my respects from afar. You know, and I ain't saying that as if but no, I'm not about to be, I'm not about to be putting all my motherfucking information, man, down on no mother to go see no goddamn body. You see what I'm saying? Fuck all that. Shit, it's hard for me to get me to put my shit down on some shit that is justified. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we need your name on this. Said it. Man, fuck you. I ain't, we can't process it. Said it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? Yeah, it is dangerous. It is dangerous. If it's that goddamn dangerous, why even have it? You see what I'm saying? Why even have it? Just have it on the damn video. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you know how they had it and they put it, and whatever and shit. Don't even tell nobody where it's gonna be. You see? Don't even tell nobody where it's gonna be if it's that dangerous. You see? That's real talk. I'm not about, if it's that volatile where you can't even bury the man without going through all this. It's not even, yeah, that's what I say. Cause some funerals and shit, you can put it on the internet and you could just visit, and see it that way, and for everybody's safety, shit, not just your own, for everybody's safety. And then, everybody can pay their respects that way. I know, it's in spirit. It ain't the fact that you're there, nothing. It's in spirit, and but they saying that all type of polices and shit and and so the real, and motherfuckers that probably ain't thinking about no bullshit or nothing, they might want to come pay their respect, but if they ain't right, and you know what I'm saying? They ain't right, nigga. They didn't skip motherfucking didn't skip probation and shit. Some niggas didn't skip parole. Shit, motherfucker. You ain't been to see your probation officer, your parole officer and shit. Motherfuckers ain't going nowhere near that. Motherfucker might got warrants and shit and this, that, and the third. Yeah. Black power. Yeah, motherfucker ain't going down there. Not any other time. But it's understandable, but you're in fear. You're in serious fear. And you know what? It all relates back that, y'all niggas, was, you murdered. You murdered a man, and whether you murdered him or not, the things y'all was saying would make a motherfucker suspect you of murder. You see what I'm saying? That's, you the only motherfucker out there talking about murdering the man. You see? Now, it could be other shit going on. It could be true. You just don't know. But if motherfuckers is making this shit was going on for years. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They ain't gonna step in. They don't give a fuck about stepping in when it's time to save a nigga. You see, they ain't never did no shit like that. They gonna wait until as many niggas is dead, and the niggas that's left over, they gonna goddamn prosecute. You see what I'm saying? What niggas is left over, they gonna prosecute, and that's and that's how they do that shit. That's how they do that shit. They should have stepped in a long time ago, man. Motherfuckers shooting up a man car and shit, shooting up a man car and talking greasy and shit. And I'm surprised and some of them niggas wasn't dead a long time ago, even before he got killed. Motherfucker shoot you I fuck being, fuck that. And I could see in a lot of his interviews. Yeah, well, when they went to getting on videos and shit and pulling up at niggas, I seen that them niggas was crash dummies. You know what I'm saying? That just that real niggas don't move like that. Real gangster. And I'm not saying this to, I mean, I thought motherfucker was you do shit to try to get away with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't, and I'm not condoning nobody doing shit because that's just not me. No, I'm not about the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's about peace. It's about uplifting our community. And it's not about this dumb shit that you niggas can't seem. But when I listen to a lot of these niggas, and and this ain't no shade, but I could see where the niggas level of they mentality is. Some of them niggas is in their 30s and 40s, and nigga, they you could tell that they mental capacity is on a little teenage nigga level. You see what I'm saying? They still think like a little teenage nigga. You see? And so, you sitting up here pulling up on the motherfucker, and this man got dough. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying, you think a motherfucker won't drop a couple dollars on your ass and shit. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker got $1 million. He can drop a couple dollars on your ass. He can take a nigga. He can get a nigga from out of town to creep in that motherfucker, nigga, and serve your ass. You know what I'm saying? And so some of these niggas just, they live in that type of chaos. They live in that type of chaos, and some of them, family members then already been laid down and shit. I was listening, looking at a black youngster was, 3 of his brothers been laid down. 3. Some say 2, but I seen the documentation where it was 3 of his brothers. And so this nigga, I mean, nigga, it lightning striking y'all motherfuckers like it ain't shit. All that hard talk, nigga. A hard nigga is when you still here, nigga, and you, nigga, you untouchable. Y'all niggas real touchable. You see what I'm saying? When niggas falling like that, you got 3 niggas that didn't be, yeah, nigga, you need to close your mouth. That's why when I look at the nigga and he be on the goddamn videos and the nigga be cross-eyed. I guess that's because that supposed to mean he crazy. Yeah, you is crazy. And and just how you got your eyes cross-eyed, that's how your ass, when they come and look at your ass in that casket, that's how your ass gonna be laying up in that casket, cross-eyed. Then they're gonna be like this, laying up in the goddamn casket. You see, looking like a fool, nigga. When you got that, nigga, you supposed to grow. You see what I'm saying? When you lose, you lose one of your loved ones like that, nigga, you supposed to grow from that. You ain't supposed to be still and even further in the chaos. You see what I'm saying? Even further in the chaos. And so, we continue to and so we was waiting to see how the damn how this funeral was gonna go down, and they got it locked down. You feel me? Peace, family. They got this motherfucker locked down. You see, and all type of you getting patted down, nigga. No cell phone, nigga. Yeah, fill this. You got to fill out. Identity, nigga. Basically like a goddamn application to get in that motherfucker. Well, they can backtrack on your ass, and who you ride with, if you was who did you come with, nigga, and what they driver's license plate is and shit. Motherfucker might have to put their goddamn. Yeah, youngster, he wild. That nigga wild. He wild. He wild. And the niggas with him wild. Where they pull up on the motherfucker block and shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then, and see how they pull. See? Yeah. But shit, I done been at a funeral, nigga, where it was laying like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was at a funeral where it was laying like that. when motherfuckers was threatening to, to shoot the funeral up and shit. And shit. And it made niggas, and I wasn't, my family was in there. It wasn't particularly my family, but one of my, my cousins and shit, and his mans and shit. They passed together. You see what I'm saying? And so yeah, they was like, this motherfucker was talking about coming to you see the body and shit. And they were, the other family was like, I wasn't going for it. You know what I'm saying? Keep your motherfucking ass away from here. But motherfuckers was like, yeah, motherfucker, shoot this motherfucker up and shit. And I'm like, oh man, what the fuck? It's enough that you dealing with a death and shit. And then you got to deal with, all this other crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with all this other. It just be so much goddamn stress. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking nigga, the Hennessy ain't gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? Hennessy ain't do shit for me. That shit just, nigga, your body is already depleted. You know what I'm saying? Of any real energy. And so, nigga, that ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? And so, at least at the end of the day, at least this part of it be passed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's exactly what I said. You know what I'm saying? At this point, our shit could be, this is, and this shit ain't gonna end here. It ain't gonna end here. Because you still got you still got some motherfucking pieces on the board. And the crazy shit about it, when you look at how many motherfuckers, when you see where the initial beef started, you see where the initial beef started between two niggas, and you look around and and you see all the niggas that didn't drop, that didn't even, wasn't a part of the initial beef, whether they was homies and shit, but shit was said, when it first popped off. No, I ain't getting on. No, I don't want to sign with you or this, that, and the third, and and whoop-de-woo and shit like that. And then other niggas start entertaining that shit and getting in it, and that's where niggas should have left. But when yeah. But when you a motherfucker, and Gotti is responsible for a lot of that, cause those was his artists and shit. You know what I'm saying? Those was his artists and shit. And, ain't no nigga gonna let no other motherfucker fuck up his business like that. Not no little nigga. He could have easily told them niggas, man, go on, sit down, leave it alone. That's how it was sanctioned, that they did what they did. And so when you think about even the court, the niggas that they got to get off and all of that, and you just watch it down the timeline, all go back to the initial motherfucking beef that two niggas, could have, let the man go on. He don't want to sign with you, nigga. But see, there's something deeper there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Black Power. There's something there. Yeah, yeah. But this dude took hours to go live. Oh man, you here, ain't you? Shit, nigga. This the general, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This the general, nigga. Shit, what the fuck, nigga? I got a lot of do you know how many goddamn lessons I done taught? Nigga, goddamn, y'all niggas want a nigga just marinate, young king. Just marinate. Shit, then the general coming. Shit, nigga, y'all, it don't start till I get, but when them niggas be doing them goddamn, when them niggas be doing them concerts and shit, nigga, don't yeah, see if they come out, nigga. You see when they supposed to come out. No, them niggas be an hour behind too. Ain't nobody say a goddamn thing and shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ain't nothing but love. I'm just, it's all good, brother. No, I'm just fucking with you anyway. But anyway, as we, hopefully, man, that we can get past this shit, you know what I'm saying, and you know, and move to another chapter. And you know, it is some Masonic overtones in this shit, you know, and believe me when I tell you, and people don't want to deal, they don't want to deal with that part because you start going above niggas, you know what I'm saying, where they minds is at. You see, that's right, black power. You know, you start going above their minds and shit. That's just like, you know, a lot of people see my methodology and shit and how you know, I put niggas on blast about that Freemasonry shit. You know what I'm saying? But my methodology is real, nigga. Don't get me wrong, nigga. My methodology is real. And, you know, you're suspect. I can tell you, you know, if I put a motherfucker on blast, you know what I'm saying? I'm you suspect, nigga. You suspect. Real talk. You know, it ain't gonna be just no, nigga. You this nigga is a Mason. He admits he's a Mason. You in the same nigga, you doing the same shit he's doing. You see, you doing the same, and you do it repetitiously. You see, over the course of your career, and you doing, you know, you doing 5 and 6, 7, 8 different Masonic postures that you can verify other Masons that's doing. Like I said, it was motherfuckers that, you know, through my methodology, just like I did on Patreon the other day. Now, when you seen Cat Williams, he had the V over his eye. You see what I'm saying? He had which is actually, and that's the pyramid. And you can see Dolph, he doing the same thing. You see what I'm saying? And you can see Jay-Z when he had a diamond up there and he got it through the eye. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It could have been a sacrifice. I mean, in the sense that you would think that the lodge would step in and say, okay, because you see Gotti, even when him and Big Jook, they were standing there with, you know, hand over fist, which is the lion paw. You see what I'm saying? He's standing there. They both standing in Masonic posture. Then you got Dolph and shit, and I could show you his catalog where he is in a lot of Masonic postures and shit. You know, handshakes and stances and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So you would think that the lodge would step in and say, you know, okay, brothers, you know, but that ain't always so. It's like, you know, if it depends on who's in charge. You know what I'm saying? Who sanctions, you know, who decides who is in the right and who is in the wrong. And if a motherfucker is in the wrong, we don't know when that contract was put out there to Dolph. You know what I'm saying? Whether that has some Masonic hand, which it probably had a Masonic hand on it. You see what I'm saying? So when they, you know, and so when you say when I seen him on the video and he said, should I take the 22 million or you know, or fuck the 22 million? Then he threw the motherfucking contract on the car. He say fuck the 20, but when he said fuck the 22 million, who was, you know, what, you know, whose hand was on that contract? You see, who hand was on that 20? Was, you know, was it a Masonic? Was it, you know, did they, you know, issue that contract like, nigga, come on in? This is how you move up. You try to move outside of our hand, and nigga, you already know what it is. So you don't know what could have, and believe me when I tell you, you know, it happens this way a lot of times. Don't think that it don't. You see what I'm saying? You know, no organize. That's just like the mafia. You see, I'm gonna tell you, you know, if you watch The King of New York, when Frank White got out of jail and shit, and he went over there to the Italians, and he came in there and he said, yeah, you motherfuckers been getting fat. You motherfuckers been getting fat while I was in this motherfucker. But I tell you what, I'm home. He say, God damn it, I want a piece of every motherfucking thing. You feel me? You understand what I'm saying? I want a piece of everything. If you sell a motherfucking nickel in the goddamn park, I want in. I want in. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, now motherfucker, you know, and they want their piece. You see what I'm saying? They want their peace. And so, the 22 could have been a Masonic way of extorting the brother and shit. And, when he said, fuck that 22, because, he got shot 22 times. Now, I don't know, is that a hell of a coincidence? Is that a hell of a coincidence that he got shot? Yeah, 22 times. It could be. It could be, but that's a hell of a goddamn coincidence, you see? Fuck the 20 and then motherfucker shoot you 22 times. That's a hell of a coincidence. That's right. Look it up. Yeah, he was shot 22 times. Nobody really talking about that. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, and I'm doing some research, to further that to see, the connections. But the crazy shit about it is that they were saying that Jay-Z, could have had his hand in that. You know what I'm saying? That he was trying to, to buy the Memphis scene. That he was trying to take over the Memphis hip hop scene. That yeah, it's hard to 22. That's just hard, for a motherfucker to shoot you like that. You know what I'm saying? That many times. You know what I'm saying? And it be actually that just that's it's hard for me. Yeah, that's hard for me. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a message that was being sent. You know what I'm saying? But you know, uh, we gonna continue to do that research. I'm gonna look deeper into that. And a lot of people don't know that Memphis is a Masonic capital. That it was named after the first capital of ancient Egypt. And so yeah, it's one of those cities that got a heavy they got a heavy Masonic overtone down there. That big ass pyramid that they got sitting out there on the Mississippi. You see what I'm saying? I believe that is the Mississippi running up through Memphis. I believe it is. I could be wrong, but you know what I'm saying? So they designed it in many aspects, like ancient Egypt. So, and so it's got a heavy Masonic hand on it. So everything and the crazy thing about it, Martin Luther King's murder took place right there in Memphis. And so, that was a Masonic hit. Don't shit move like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't hit no made man. You know what I'm saying? You got to get permission to hit a made man. You see what I'm saying? You got to get permission to hit a made man. And so if they, so when you think about it, and if they a brother, and you know what I'm saying, in the crowd, in the Martin Luther King was in the Boule, he was in the Masonry, but I knew he was in the Boule and Freemasonry. You see what I'm saying? And so yeah, he yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? They be pulling the wool off of old MLK. MLK was, yeah. Yeah, no. That's why he didn't fuck with Malcolm X, because he thought that if he fucked with Malcolm X, he was gonna lose them finances and shit. He didn't even want to be seen with Malcolm X. You see what I'm saying? One time Malcolm X snuck up on him and shit. But that was after Malcolm X had left the Nation of Islam, and Martin Luther King was speaking in DC, I believe. I believe it was DC was speaking. And he, and and I guess it was, and Malcolm X had came and snuck in there and shit. And he sat in the back. And when he was done speaking and shit, that's when you see Malcolm X and Martin Luther King on. I had that poster, you know what I'm saying? And they were, both. I mean, and ain't no, Malcolm was a Mason too. I can't, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that, but the thing is, when I do say it, is that, a lot of people get into Freemasonry not understanding the shit that we talking today. You see, you know, some of them I can't, I have to say, because, when you listen to the elites of Freemasonry, like Albert Pike and you know, it ain't like it's a nigga, it's not like it's a nigga masonry. It is a nigga masonry, but they go by the same rituals, man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it is levels to Freemasonry, but the thing is that you know, no matter what, at the end of the day, that the rituals is the same. Okay, so the ritual, if you in the Scottish Rite, I don't give a fuck if you in the nigger lodge, the white lodge, and those rituals and the morals and dogmas was created by Albert Pike. You don't understand what I'm saying? Morals and dogma. You see, and now whether the brothers knew that or not, and maybe you know, maybe they didn't. You know, they just got because they get the little manuals. But I got the manual. I had got the manual, and it had something like 200 questions in it, little small manual, and I can go to it. I forget how many questions about me, and it was a Freemason questionnaire book, and it blatantly asked who was the greatest Freemason, and the answer was Albert Pike. You see what I'm saying? So it's hard for me. It's like being in Judaism and not knowing Moses, or being in Judaism and not knowing Elijah. You see the greats. You see what I'm saying? These is the guys that created the structure of it. Albert Pike created the structure of it. What's that other guy? I keep forgetting his motherfucking name, but he was the philosophical motherfucker. But a lot of times we don't get into that. We don't. We get into we dive straight into the rituals. We don't get into the history of it. That's critical. And so that's where I say a lot of our brothers did not get into the history of it. They just got into the ceremony of it. You see, they got into the ceremonies of it. They didn't get into the history of it. Now we are in the information age. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that is being revealed. A lot of that. But that does not mean I believe that everybody was ignorant of Albert Pike. You see? No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And that Luciferian shit that he was talking, he talked that Luciferian shit. You see what I'm saying? And the rest of them talked it. That motherfucker, Aleister Crowley, was a 33rd degree Mason. Talked that Luciferian shit. Madame Blavatsky talked that Jesuit, Luciferian shit. Yeah, it's hard for me to not to, yeah. So yeah, and so yeah, and so there it is. There it is. And so I do believe that some of our family didn't, may have gotten into it. And when they realized where they was asking them to go, they did not agree to go in that direction. That's what I believe and shit. But you didn't already come in and you didn't already took oaths and shit. And so they feel this is a violation of your oath. You see? No, you know what? You know what? I have touched on the Knights Templar. I have touched on the Knights Templar, and that was back when I was when I was, that crossover with the Jews and shit, because that area over there in London, that the Knights Templar owned this area over there in the city of London, not London, but I'm talking about that principality inside of London where the Knights Templar had a stronghold over there. They've changed that shit to where the lawyers and shit in Britain it's like a lawyer where you go over there and you get, you become a lawyer. And, I don't know if it's owned by the crown or if it's owned, but them Jews had a strong hold over there too. And so a lot of people was trying to relate the fact that a lot of the, you know, at least the model of the Knights Templar, how they made all that money and shit. You know what I'm saying? Is the same way that the Jews is using to, you know, maintain economic dominance on the planet today. You see, in many areas. So yeah, I did, and I might touch back out on that. Yeah, you say Pike High School. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. It's been, yeah, I used to see Doc. Yeah, I used to go visit Doc a lot, you know what I'm saying, when I could. Anytime I touched down, I go see the Grand Master. And so that was a blessing that I was able to do it. We not done. We continuing on. We gonna be going on all day. We got some five information. Y'all make sure. Yeah, you say you had the New Jersey Turnpike. All of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It, Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them tunnels. You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna look into it. There's some more going on. Ain't no telling where they got tunnels at now. You see what I'm saying? Now that you done found out that they building them motherfuckers, you ain't no telling where they got them at. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't no telling what other subversive group got them. Yeah, yeah. Ain't no goddamn, yeah, ain't no telling. But check back with me. We'll be black real soon in another minute or so. We got another hot topic. Don't you go nowhere. This is General Sarah Sunseti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. I told y'all they was up under the ground. I told y'all how many videos I said they didn't already went back under the ground. Didn't I tell you that? And so these motherfuckers walking, we up here walking around, them motherfuckers walking around right up under you, probably listening to every motherfucker shit. It might be under me. Yeah. Let me look. I'm gonna have to get one of them cups, nigga, and I'm gonna have to put that motherfucker to and see if I can hear some shit. If I hear a motherfucker talking up under me and I ain't got no basement, motherfucker, I'm gonna blow a hole in that motherfucker. All right, family. This is Southfield and Lathrop Village. That's right. Yeah, they out there deep. Yeah, they out there deep. Yeah, they out there deep. We used to see when they run, they just be walking and shit. You know, yeah, I'm gonna be listening under my flow, letting motherfucker. They say children under the stairs and all that shit. People's under the stairs and shit. Okay, they telling you something. All right, family. Black power.